Imagine a world where Lamborghini doesn't hire a traditional design team, doesn't sketch on paper, and doesn't spend years refining every curve of a supercar. Instead, what if the company handed the entire job to an advanced artificial intelligence system? A machine capable of learning from every Lamborghini ever made, every driver preference, every aerodynamic law, and every performance record in history. What if AI designed the next Lamborghini from start to finish? That's exactly what we're exploring today. And trust me, once you hear what this machine would create, you'll never look at supercars the same way again. Before we continue, make sure you stay with me till the end, because the final twist of what AI would actually choose as the car ES powertrain is something no human designer would dare to propose. And if you enjoy futuristic automotive scenarios like this one, don't forget to follow so you never miss the next deep dive. Let us begin with how AI would approach the design challenge from its very first second of work. Unlike human designers who start with an idea or inspiration, an AI system starts with data. It would absorb decades of Lamborghini design language, the sharp edges of the Aventador, the sleek aggression of the Huracan, and the aerospace influence of the Revuelto. It would compare drag coefficients, analyze crash tests, study material strengths, and even review customer behavior patterns from the US market. It would know that American supercar buyers love bold presence, extreme acceleration, and a design that feels unmistakably exotic, even at a standstill. But here's where things get interesting. AI isn't nostalgic. It doesn't feel emotional attachment to the way Lamborghinis used to look. So while it respects the brand identity, it has zero hesitation to break traditions that humans would hold sacred. It might take the Y-shaped headlights and stretch them into a new geometry, optimized for maximum visibility and minimal energy use. It might carve out the side intakes, not for style, but for precise thermal efficiency based on real-time heat simulations. The iconic wedge shape might be exaggerated or softened depending on what the algorithms calculate as the perfect balance between stability and top-speed airflow management. And because AI designs in ways humans never would, it may generate shapes that first seem impossible to manufacture. Organic curves merging into knife-sharp transitions, aerodynamic channels running through the body like veins, or even adaptive surfaces that can shift depending on speed and temperature. While human designers think in millimeters, AI thinks in possibilities. Now imagine the headlights scanning the road ahead with facial recognition level sensors, the body panels adjusting to pressure zones you can't even see, and the entire exterior of the car optimized every microsecond by self-learning algorithms. That would be the starting point of the AI-designed Lamborghini, and believe me, this is only phase one of the transformation. If AI were fully responsible for engineering the next Lamborghini, it wouldn't stop at exterior design. The next stage would be constructing the core of the machine, the structure, the power system, and the technology that controls everything happening beneath the aggressive bodywork. Unlike human engineers who need months to prototype, test, and revise, AI would run millions of simulations in seconds. It would analyze every possible failure point before a single bolt is manufactured. For a US audience that values power, reliability, and long-term durability, AI would optimize the car to withstand extreme temperatures, rougher road conditions, and long-distance high-speed travel without sacrificing performance. One of the first decisions AI would face is choosing the powertrain. It would look at global emissions rules, performance expectations, and the future customer base. It would know that many American drivers still love the soul of a combustion engine, but they also demand cutting-edge electric performance technology. After crunching billions of data points, AI might create a hybrid system unlike anything on the market. Maybe a micro-turbine generator powering a lightweight electric drivetrain, giving instant torque with the high RPM thrill of a fighter jet-like engine. Something that checks every logical box while still delivering the emotional punch a Lamborghini must have. Inside the cabin, AI wouldn't think in terms of luxury the way humans do. It wouldn't start with leather, carbon fiber, or Alcantara. It would start with biometric data. It would learn how American drivers sit, how they move their hands while driving, how they react to sudden acceleration, and how they focus when they're at high speeds. The seats might adapt to your posture in real time. The steering inputs might adjust their stiffness based on your stress levels. Voice recognition could understand not just commands, but emotional tone, altering the cabin experience to match your mood. If you're focused and calm, the car becomes sharper. If you're tired, the system becomes more supportive, even limiting certain drive modes for safety. But the most surprising part is how AI would think about the user interface. Instead of cluttered screens and menus, it would predict what you need before you ask. If you're on a nighttime drive through wide American highways, the car might automatically widen the instrument cluster field of view. If it senses you're pushing the car near its limits, it highlights only the critical information. No distractions, no unnecessary visuals. Just a driving experience as smart as it is powerful. And here's where a well-timed reminder fits naturally. If you are enjoying imagining this AI-powered future machine, make sure you stick around because the next part reveals something far more radical. How AI would design the car's intelligence, not just its hardware. What you're about to hear will change the way you imagine supercars forever. Once the AI has engineered the body and the powertrain, its next move would be to redesign the brain of the Lamborghini. Not the physical components, but the intelligence that flows through them. Traditionally, supercars rely on complex but predictable software, traction control systems, stability monitors, torque vectoring algorithms. They react to what the driver does. But an AI-designed Lamborghini would not simply react. It would anticipate, adapt, and evolve. It would be a car that learns you over time, registering every drive, every preference, and every subtle habit until it becomes a machine uniquely synced to its owner. Imagine pulling onto an open highway. Before you even press the accelerator, the AI predicts your driving style based on your grip on the wheel, your breathing pattern, and even your past behavior on similar roads. It adjusts the suspension preemptively, primes the power delivery, and shapes the aerodynamic surfaces to match the speed you're about to hit, not after you accelerate. Before. This would give American drivers a sensation they've never experienced, a car that behaves as if it knows their intentions. The AI would also manage its own performance in real time. Instead of waiting for sensors to detect traction loss, it would predict micro-changes in tire grip based on temperature, weight distribution, humidity, and road texture. It would calculate how the car should react and make those adjustments before the slip even occurs. That's the difference between traditional engineering and machine intelligence. Humans create safety nets, but AI creates prevention. Inside the cabin, the intelligence becomes even more personal. The system would not just learn how you drive, it would learn who you are. Not in a creepy way, but in a performance-driven way. If your heart rate spikes during aggressive cornering, the AI might subtly stabilize the car to give you a smoother exit. If you're completely relaxed during acceleration, the AI might open up more power, giving you a deeper and more thrilling response. It's not just a car, it's an adaptive partner that evolves with every mile. But AI wouldn't only enhance performance, it would redefine communication between human and machine. Instead of voice commands, touchscreens, or buttons, the AI might use predictive interfaces. Think of walking into the car, and the system already knows you're planning a performance drive because it recognizes your posture and your focus level. It switches to its sport-oriented layout without you touching anything. Or imagine late-night travel, where the system senses fatigue and shifts to a supportive driving mode, adjusting the interior lighting, reducing unnecessary cabin information, and subtly guiding you to safer driving habits. Some American drivers love control, and AI would understand that too. It wouldn't take away your authority, it would enhance it, making sure that every choice you make is amplified into something smoother, faster, and more precise. And just as you start feeling like the car has reached the pinnacle of intelligence, there's one more frontier AI would cross. Something Lamborghini has never done before. Finally, we reach the most radical phase of the AI-designed Lamborghini. The fusion of human intuition and machine prediction into a driving experience that no human designer could imagine. By this stage, the AI has mastered the car's body, its powertrain, and its intelligence. But it doesn't stop there. It begins to explore possibilities that go beyond engineering, beyond performance, and straight into the realm of the unimaginable. Imagine an exterior that adapts dynamically to conditions, not just for aerodynamics, but for style and emotion. On a sunny day in Los Angeles, the AI might subtly shift body panels to catch light in a way that highlights the car's S-curves, giving it an almost living presence on the road. On a rainy night in Miami, the car could reshape its surfaces to maximize water dispersion, while internally adjusting cabin ambiance to maintain driver focus. Every drive would feel like the car is co-writing a story with you, reacting not just to physics, but to the context and the mood of the moment. And then there's the ultimate performance secret. AI doesn't just optimize known possibilities, it invents new ones. What if it designed an engine that doesn't exist yet, a hybrid of internal combustion, electric drive, and micro-turbine technology working seamlessly together? What if the tires themselves contained adaptive compounds that change stiffness based on temperature and speed, giving grip that human engineers could only dream of? This Lamborghini would feel alive, capable of performance that seems almost sentient, and every American driver who experiences it would instantly understand the thrill of a machine designed entirely by artificial intelligence. The cabin would reflect the AI's understanding of human psychology. Imagine the car subtly coaching you through aggressive maneuvers or high-speed runs, suggesting optimal lines without ever being intrusive. It learns not only what you want, but how to make you feel exhilarated, confident, and safe simultaneously. The experience becomes more than driving. It becomes a partnership between human intuition and artificial intelligence, an interaction so precise and responsive that the line between driver and machine starts to blur. And here is the final thought to leave you wondering. If AI can do all this for Lamborghini, what does that mean for the future of every supercar? What if the next Ferrari, McLaren, or Bugatti were also designed entirely by artificial intelligence? The possibilities are limitless, and one thing is certain. The next decade in automotive design could be defined not by human imagination, but by machine intelligence. So next time you see a Lamborghini tearing down an American highway, imagine it, not just as a car, but as a glimpse into a future where machines don't just assist, they create. They predict and they elevate human experience in ways we're only beginning to understand. And if this vision of the AI-powered Lamborghini excites you, make sure to like, follow, and stay tuned. Because we're just scratching the surface of what AI can do for cars, and the next video might reveal the impossible designs coming sooner than you think.